Africa. I'm Akosua Prempe, broadcasting from the United States of Africa. In today's news, we take you to Burkina Faso, where the Council of Ministers has announced major new decisions shaping the country's future. These reforms focus on strengthening local governance, improving decentralization, and boosting digital and financial inclusion for all citizens. The government has approved new classifications for local councils, introduced performance contracts between the state and LaPoste BF, and committed to building modern postal and digital service centers in every commune, bringing administration closer to the people. These reforms mark a significant step toward empowering communities and making governance more efficient, inclusive, and transparent across the nation. Before we continue to the full report, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video to help connect all Africans and promote unity across our beloved continent. Together, we can amplify the voice of Africa, one voice.
After more than 20 years of implementing decentralization, this process, which aims to improve local governance and make local authorities true actors in grassroots development, has certainly achieved some progress, but has also revealed a significant number of shortcomings. Among these shortcomings is the limited involvement of the population in development projects, the limited creation of wealth by local authorities, the low contribution of local governments to improving youth employability, the limited involvement of local governments in resolving security crises, and their limited involvement in the fight against food insecurity, with the aim of providing solutions. To address these shortcomings, the government has decided to revise Law No. 55-2004 on the General Code of Local Authorities. To this end, regional consultations and the General Assembly on Decentralization have made it possible to take into account a number of aspirations from key stakeholders through major innovations. Among these, we can mention the strengthening of the collaboration mechanism between local authorities and decentralized technical services, the establishment of a performance contract between the state and the president of the Local Authorities Council, and the maintenance of full communalization, while distinguishing the municipalities based on their ability to mobilize their own resources, their own and not on a demographic basis. Thus, three types of municipalities have been established. The municipality of intermediate status with annual own budgetary resources of less than 50 million CFA francs. The fully empowered municipality with an annual own budget greater than 50 million CFA francs but less than 5 billion. And the municipality with special status with an annual own budget equal to or greater than 5 billion. It should be noted that the municipalities of intermediate status will be placed under special delegation with appointed presidents. The election of the president of the Territorial Collectivity Council by direct universal suffrage for the stability of the territorial collectivity councils has been decided. The inclusion of other stakeholders, instead of limiting it only to elected officials, has also been decided by the Council of Ministers. It should also be noted as a major innovation, the reduction in the number of municipal and regional councillors in order to improve the functioning of local authorities and reduce their operating costs. For example, for the intermediate status municipalities, which will be placed under special delegation, there will be 8 facilitators in these municipalities. It can be said that the fully empowered municipalities will be managed by 20 stakeholders. The special status municipalities of Ouagadougou and Bobo Dioulasso will have, depending on the number of districts, a certain number. To be clear, that's 37 for Ouaga and 22 for Bobo. The districts will have 16 councillors and the regional council 15. It should also be noted that the powers transferred from the departments have been revised. It is now a matter of specifying which powers are exclusive, shared, and consultative that the municipalities will be able to exercise. There is also a reorganization of the permanent commissions within the municipalities with the addition of a new commission called the Security and Civil Defense Commission. We believe that the implementation of these reforms will enable local authorities to become true drivers of community mobilization and development at the local level. This is a draft bill which is a preliminary version of proposed legislation that has been adopted by the Council during today's meeting.
Has adopted the decree relating to the contract plan between the state and LaPoste BF. One of the missions of the state is to provide the population with basic postal services that are high quality and affordable throughout the entire country. The state has entrusted this mission to LaPoste BF. To support it in carrying out this mission, the state has chosen the contract plan mechanism. And the first two contract plans that were signed between the state and LaPoste BF have helped improve the provision of basic postal services. And also basic financial services with the construction of 32 new branches, which have made it possible to expand the postal network overall. The contract plan authorized today by the Council of Ministers will allow for the construction of 20 new branches. For the construction of these 20 new branches, an amount of 5.5 billion, a little over 5.5 billion, will need to be raised, of which 50% will come from LaPoste BF's own resources. It should be noted that these new post offices will have a new format. So in addition to offering basic postal services and basic financial services, they will also include counters for the postal bank to provide more financial services to the public. They will also have assistance areas for the public to access the administration's digital services. As you know, the government has decided to accelerate the process of digitizing procedures and public administration services in order to make this administration more efficient, but above all, to make its services more accessible to the population. Unfortunately, a large part of our population does not benefit from these advantages because they either lack the equipment, the connectivity, or simply because they do not know how to use digital tools. So these new agencies will support these populations so that they too can access these online services and benefit from all the advantages of this digitization process. The government's goal is to equip every municipality in our country with these new agencies so that the administration is even closer to our people. So the adoption of this contract plan, in any case, helps to strengthen the role of BF Post in carrying out the universal postal service, but also its role in financial inclusion. It is now given a new role as well, namely to contribute to digital inclusion in our country.
Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts, my brothers and sisters across Africa. Do you believe these decentralization reforms will truly strengthen local development in Burkina Faso? And how can other African countries adopt similar initiatives to bring governance closer to their people? Share your opinions in the comments below. Your voice matters in building the Africa we all dream of.